We are back after a couple days rest, reset, recover with enjoying the family time, enjoying Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, hopefully you had a Merry Christmas, got to spend time with family, friends, and loved ones, and had a good time there. But we continued. We trained through Christmas. Just another day. Still can train. Just got away from the whole kind of the videos here. So back with another one today. Just fell in the plan that Thursday was which is typically our movement day, our mobility day, cardio day, whatever you want to call it. Most people think of cardio, you think of running on a treadmill or a biking or whatever. I like to do mine with crawling. Again, movement day. So we started with some just light bounces, 5 minutes of bouncing to get everything going, get everything loosened up, ready to go after shaking out some of the weights of the Christmas cookies and things like that we had. And then we get into our crawls, our animal movements, just a bunch of different variations, doing them for a certain amount of time. What did I do? I think I did like 15 minutes of them today. And just bear crawls, crab walks, Spider-Man crawls, just a bunch of different variations, just exposing the body to different movements, different ranges of motion, getting on the ground. We spend a lot of times when we're spending, most people don't sit on the ground, but if you do, that's the only time you're on the ground. Sit on the ground like I was sitting on the ground, building Legos with my nephews yesterday. But interacting with the ground, getting on and off the ground. As you get older, it gets tougher. You sit on the ground for a while, your body stiffens up, your back, your hips, your knees start to ache. Then you get up, you're like, ugh. And this type of stuff helps with that. Get your body moving, just different ways. Again, we are so stuck in our ways as humans of, our only movement is walking forward, when your body is meant to move in all these different ways. So do it. And this is my way to do it. It's my human movement day. Basically, there's very little weights involved. I have one movement on the mobility thing that I did. I held up a 25-pound plate, but that's about it for the day. Otherwise, it's all just my body. That is my resistance training for the day. It's using my body. Here's the Spider-Man crawl. So again, focus on letting the body, the spine, the hips, the knees, the shoulders, your neck, everything just move and be fluid, and work on being more fluid, as I'm not the best, most fluid. I didn't do this stuff for years and years and years. And I wish I would have started early, but I can't. That's the experience I take from it. The learning that I take from it is now I'm going to do these things for the rest of my life. Crawling, the rolling, the tumbling that you'll see later. Just incorporating these human movement days in my training as well. So it makes my body feel better. And it's not just lifting weights. Yeah, lifting is great. I love lifting. It's one of my favorite things to do. But there's so much more to it than just trying to lift as much weight as possible and using a barbell. So doing things like these crawls and different variations of movement will help with that. You're going to feel better, you're going to move better, and you're going to look better. That's one of the best parts. Then there's nothing people get, especially this time of year. It's New Year, new me coming up a week from now. When everyone, they just got to get get everything figured out and trying to turn their life around, but then they fall off within a week. And things like this, making it more fun. Like this is fun to me. This is enjoyable, more so than just running on a treadmill or just going for long distance runs in general. If that's your thing, great. Or sitting in a yoga class. If that's your thing, that's good. That's not really my thing. I don't like to be still. I like to move around with my quote unquote movement training. Yes, yoga is good. I've done a lot of yoga with like DDPY. I like that kind of stuff. But I'm not big on just being around a bunch of people that either in like group classes that are so big. That's why I don't do group classes personally. I don't think they're a very effective way of training. But if that's, especially if you're, for me, like trying to be athletic and look good and feel good, if you just want to feel like you a sense of accomplishment and get sweaty, then yes, those group classes are great for you. I don't want to be around a bunch of people when I'm training because there's not a lot of people that like to train like I do anyway. that like to actually work hard and train hard. So they just want to go through the motions and get sweaty and sore, and that's not my thing. I'll get sore every once in a while. I'll get sweaty, but I sweat when I'm eating, so that's not saying much. I like to do things that are going to make me more athletic, and that's what this stuff does. It helps me move better, whereas I'm not just stuck in a room full of a bunch of people. But that's all another issue. So I like to keep my small, semi-private training with smaller groups with my coaching. But again, just moving. Here's the tornado crawls. I like to call them. Get in different directions. So I'm not just crawling forward and backward, going side to side. A lot of times I'll do it in just like different patterns where it's not like a coordinated direction. You're just going around and around, just crawl around different objects, different things. Here's kind of an army crawl, type of on my elbows, get in different positions. I just randomly thought of this today. Not dragging like an army crawl. You'd more just drag your knees on the ground, your legs on the ground, but keeping the knees off the ground, getting low to the ground on the elbows there. So just different ways, different things to challenge yourself. Yeah, some of the stuff may look dumb and weird, but that's fine. I don't really care what other people think. It gets me results, helps me get my clients results when they're doing this type of stuff as well. And it's just a lot more enjoyable than going for a run for conditioning or cardio. So that's why one of the big reasons why I do it. Then we get even throw in some more like a lot of them are like slower paced. You can change the speeds too. That's another way to progress your crawls, your movements, and make them more dynamic, so to speak. Here's I don't know what this is called. It's kind of like I'm trying to think of the animal, like maybe like you see like a cheetah or something like that running through the wild, or something that runs like is just bounding. I don't know what the animal would be, but I'm not very good at these, and I don't know a lot. If I had more space to like get out farther, where I'm not going to worry about running into a wall, that would help too. But I don't want to go out and do these in the snow. Just I'd rather do it inside. Then these kind of side to side beast crawl type things. Again, get a little faster, kind of like some sort of monkey, I guess. Embrace our inner ape, our inner primate. Then we went into our rolls. Just kind of did rolls today until I was disinterested with them. So basic multiple somersaults in a row, backwards. So you see backwards sucks. I always go to my right shoulder, working on trying to go straight back. Yeah, so always roll on the right shoulder. I don't know if that's just I'm dominant that side or what, but work on different things. Just you'll notice different things as you go through your training too, and once you do it long enough, you realize things about your body. Then the alternate shoulder rolls, switch each shoulder, just making it more fun. People don't roll. Like that's one thing I wish I would have done again as I was a kid is gymnastics. I think it's one of the best things kids can do, one of the best sports they can do, because you get so much tumbling and rolling and interaction with the ground, getting off the ground, jumping, flipping, and kind of that overcoming of fear. I think that's a big thing. Adding mats, adding pads will help that inhibition. A lot of times, inhibition of fear of getting hurt or rolling and breaking your head or cracking your neck or whatever, hurting your back or whatever it may be, holds us back from doing a lot of these things, especially as we get older. And I mean, I even notice it with myself with like things like doing flips or something like that. And then once you see yourself do it, it's like, oh, that wasn't so bad. If you get hurt, you get hurt. Who really cares? So then there's these, I don't know what they call these rockabye rolls, I guess I call them. I just thought of that. It's kind of cool. Maybe someone's probably going to come up with that. But I don't know, rockabye rolls, we'll call those, just rolling around in a circle. Handstands to rolls. Again, just everything different. Again, these are great for shoulders, your back, your neck. Strengthen it, letting it move. Letting your back interact with the ground is huge too. Just that we're not always just standing or putting a load on it. Letting it bend and do what it's supposed to do. Your spine is not just there to brace and be stiff all the time. That's what I was taught coming into when I first got into training and stuff like that, you got to have a stiff spine. It's just meant to do like anti-rotation and things like that. And that's part of it, yes. But that's so against what it is actually meant to do. Your spine is meant to be mobile and strong and sturdy and be able to bend and flex and go in all these different positions, because your spine kind of helps run your body and make your body move how it's supposed to move. And if you have a stiff spine, you're probably not going to move the best you can. Get into some cartwheels. Again, still suck at cartwheels. Sometimes I get a good one, but it's always that front leg. It's always bent. It never looks. That was just awful. I don't know what that was. That was bad. But again, if you can't make fun of yourself and watch, that's why I like recording stuff, because I can see. That's why I record a lot of clients and show them videos of, oh, look how this looks, how this look, how that look. And then have them think, how did you feel in that moment? What do you notice? And then let them correct themselves and see what they're doing wrong. Because no, you shouldn't be looking in a mirror when you're training. If your gym is full of mirrors, that's not what you want. That's not going to help, because then you get distracted and you're looking in the moment. Like this in the NSCA where I read the book. I've never taken a test because I really don't care to take a test, because I don't really care to work in college. But half of the stuff is about gym design and how many mirrors and stuff like that. And you don't need mirrors in your gym. Yeah, in your bathroom or whatever to help notice how you look. But the mirrors in the gym distract you when you actually think about how you work. That's why I think video is better. Show my clients video, let them look at it and see how they're moving. And then it's like, oh, we can work from there, coach from there. Let them feel and see. Then we get in here to our spinal hygiene. Excuse me. Fast forward to these because it's a lot of the same stuff. You don't need to see the same thing, but just bending the spine again in different ways. Using the PVC pipe here to go side to side. We'll go bent over rotations as well next. And then hit the shoulders too with the PVC pipe. So just getting everything moving, allowing it to move, flex, bend, rotate, extend. And in different positions, you could do this. You could do this standing straight up. You could do this. Do them on the GHR machine in the background there, where you're just rotating, but letting the spine move and rotate from different positions too. So it's one movement, but you can do it different ways. I'll work on some hips here. Again, groin has always been a big issue with me. So these frog pose internal rotations. So you have terrible internal rotation there. So again, it's something we work on. It's not just doing it once a week for 10 reps. You do this daily. It doesn't have to be the same drill daily, but you work on those areas, those weak areas, those stiff areas, those areas of your body that suck at moving, like me, my spine, my groin, my hips, my internal rotation, finding different variations that work on that. This is a great variation for it too. Like I said, the kind of a horse stance, wide stance. Good mornings. You got these from Movement Through Medicine from Brady over there. Yeah, I believe his name is Brady. Yeah, but just a good move. So you're doing a good morning, but you're squatted and you're hitting the groin as well with the wide stance there. Really feel those. So that's a good movement. Here's the shoulders with the spine. So you could do them standing, but my ceilings are low, so I kept hitting the ceiling. So now it's just boom, kneel down. Get the same effect. This is our shoulders. Get those loosey-goosey, ready to go. This is a good warm-up if you want to you can do this before like a bench session or upper body session too. Throwing, whatever you want to do. Just kind of get the shoulders, that spine, excuse me, upper back, excuse me, upper back good to go. It's getting over a cold, so finally get rid of it. I've been coughing up a bunch of gross garbage the last couple of days, starting to feel better finally. I'm breaking up the gunk in the throat. Then we do some neck bridges. Just get up on, use the neck, and just if you any wrestler look at this probably like, oh, this guy sucks at these. Yes, I do, because I just started doing them, but wrestlers do these a lot, and that's why they have freaking strong necks. So forward and backward, or the front and back of the neck, Again, then hit the groin again. I do these daily pretty much, and I've made a lot of progress. Looking at the video, it looks a lot better than when I'm doing them. Like I'm closer to the ground than I thought. Like I'm actually making some progress on these. Just the iso hold, more of your yoga type stuff where you're standing still. Yoga, you probably don't hold it that long, but I like to do the long duration iso holds. So 2 minutes there. Then we did our 5 minutes on the rings, just a bunch of different things. Did the skin the cats, did some gymnastics things, try to hold it. Try to do the, one of my goals again is the iron cross, and I also want to be able to hold myself like parallel to the ground with just, you saw a little bit there. I have it in faster speed, so it's not the best, but parallel to the ground with my arms to the side. Getting closer. It's just the weakness in the legs and in the core strength, so I got to build that up. The iron cross, I can't get cool. I got to figure out a way to rig it up where I can get straight to the side. But eventually that's one of my things I want to work on too. Skin the cats. I love these hanging variations for those. So that was the day's training. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll talk to you again soon.